You know, waffles are not just for breakfast anymore. They're savory and they're abundant. And what I'm going to teach you today is how to use your leftovers from Passover and Easter to make it into a complete meal. We're going to use a sweet potato waffle and pancake mix, make it savory by slicing up my leftover brisket, broil it down with some Italian cheese and au jus, and it's really going to be delicious with the sour cream cilantro sauce. So stay with me and get your leftovers ready because we'll be cooking in just a few minutes. I'm really excited because I love waffles and I use them more and more instead of using bread or a potato to incorporate in a savory meal, and it's trending all across the country. So you're going to notice that anywhere from fine dining straight down to the casual, it's more than just chicken and waffles. So I'm going to start with Bruce's sweet potato mix. It's a great base to use for pancakes or waffles, and we're going to add 2 farm fresh eggs. And if you ever wonder, is it worth spending the extra money on eggs? Look at the orange color of that. It's so bright and fresh, and that's what you're really looking for. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. It basically is 1 tablespoon of oil for each cup of mix that you're going to use. And there we go, 1 1/3 cups water. And you can really kind of you can guess the consistency of the batter pretty quickly. Whenever I'm making the batter, I usually let it sit for about 5 minutes just so it can rise just a little bit and it will make for a fluffier product. So this is about just where we want it to be. Make sure you use food spray on your waffle iron no matter how much they say it's nonstick. You're going to need it. So I heat my waffle iron for about 10 minutes, and that's going to be good. Now you may have turkey at home left over from the holiday. Take the skin off. Ham is going to be perfect, just if there's whole cloves, you want to remove that. And whatever gravy, au jus, if you have horseradish sauce, that's going to be fantastic to serve with dipping. For me, I had brisket left over from Passover, so I have the au jus from it, which is going to be great. When you are cooking and serving brisket, and don't worry, we'll have my recipe for brisket up later on today on mysuncoast.com. But what you want to do is, I always cook brisket the day before. It freezes beautifully, by the way. It takes about 3 hours. Put a heavy plate on top, let it sit in the refrigerator overnight, and then you're going to cut against the grain. So as you can see, and you sometimes have to turn when you're cutting, but you want to cut against the grain because it'll be too tough. It'll just be chewy. So these are really good slices that have come out for our particular waffles. So there we go. We're going to dip them in the au jus in just a few minutes just to get a little bit of the chill out, but really not have it too wet, and then I'm going to start making up my waffles. So when I come back, let's get moving because we have some more taste to add to this great dish. Waffles are not just for breakfast. They are definitely going savory, and that's what we're doing today. So we're making our second batch right now of sweet potato waffles based on the Bruce's sweet potato mix, which is really good. And you can see it's kind of oozing from the side, but I'm going to move this over and show you when there. It's just about to get golden, so we're going to let that go 1 more minute. Now, once the waffles are done, what I do is I just line a cast iron or very heavy oven-proof pan. What we're going to do is we're going to take our brisket, and I'll take a few of the smaller slices and a few of the larger slices, okay? And we'll just dip it in that au jus that I mentioned, and then just hang it for a minute, just so it doesn't get too wet on the waffle. Now here comes the fun part. I picked up a pack of cheese. This is for grilled cheese lovers that love like 4 cheese grilled cheese like me, can you tell? They have an Italian cheese board now that you can buy in the markets, and it's great because it has sliced Parmesan, provolone, fontina. Those are things, if there's only 2 of you, or if you don't use cheese a lot, you don't want to have to commit to spending like $10 on each wedge, right? Well, now for the same price you can get all these different ones. So in this one, I think I'll use fontina. And on this one down here, I'll use Asiago cheese. And it comes pre-sliced, which is fantastic. And just spread it around. Then what we're going to do is we're going to stick it in the oven on broil. Now, if you don't have a waffle iron, by all means, you can make pancakes. It's still going to have that same consistency. I just like the crispness of a waffle. And as you can see, these came out nice and brown. So what I do is, as we're making more waffles, is I'll just keep a plate at hand, and you can always keep these warm in the oven as well. So that's going to be perfect for when we come back. And speaking of coming back, when we come back, we're ready to take this beautiful dish that's going to be ooey and gooey and just comfort food Monday. Make a little cilantro sour cream to top on it, and then I guess it's time to feed Scott and John. So stay with me. I'm almost ready to serve them lunch.
Okay, I'm digging in. This is really good.
You totally, it's completely comfort food, but it's a great way. You know, my mom always loved leftovers, and I always said, no, I can't eat it the same way 2 days in a row. So this is kind of like a hot brown. Doesn't make a difference if you're using brisket or you have leftover turkey or ham or all the above. And to make a cilantro sauce, I just had a little cilantro oil that I put in a mason jar for 2 days. Put that oil in with sour cream and fresh chopped cilantro, and that just goes right on top with some minced scallions.
Oh, that's absolutely fabulous dish. And this is a dish the kids would love, too.
You know, they really would. And they'd have fun making it because they can pick out their cheese if they want to lay on top. Yeah, definitely.
You know, a lot of the waffle irons do a little supervision. You know,
that's
it's good to work
right.
the
Even
kids
my
into the
husband, I
kitchen.
have to give him a little supervision around the waffle iron.
This is
Trust
great.
me.
And the recipe's available on our website, mysuncoast.com. Click on the dining button, and it'll take you right to it. Plus, we have a little giveaway
We have a
going
contest.
on, right?
Sign up for our newsletter if you haven't already. And every week, we will pick a winner for a $50 gift card to one of our local restaurants. So get online and click soon.
Can't beat that.